Alrighty, welcome back, you guys. Cloudless here from Cloudless in Indy, the current YouTube channel. I just want to see if you guys enjoyed my last video or enjoyed any of my previous videos, even though there's only 2 previous videos as of recording this video. Give me a like, maybe subscribe. You can support me by clicking the link down below, buymeacoffee.com/cloudlessmedia. I'm currently working on the Patreon, but that's still in the works. I'm still working it out, but you can still give me donations or buy a membership at buymeacoffee.com/cloudlessmedia. But let's get to it. What do I do? What am I about? Well, I pretty much check out and talk about a lot of things indie, mainly beer and wine and other stuff. But in this particular video, it's just beer. And I am very happy to talk about this particular brewery, which is based out of Brown County. Can you guess which one it is? I'll give you a minute. Probably not going to get it because there's actually quite a few breweries down there, like in the whole Bloomington, Nashville area. But the one that we're covering today is called Quaff. You may have heard them if you've been to a Big Woods. Whoa, that sun is really coming in. Is it gonna? Is it gonna? There we go. There we go. So this is the one we're covering, the Quaff Hoosier Red Ale. It's actually one of my favorites in their lineup. If I'll just switch here to my other monitor, we can take a look. You've probably heard of their Bust and Knuckle, their 6-Foot Blonde, their Strawberry Blonde, etc. And these are their year-round beers. And I, like I said, I think that they have a great selection of beers. But I really thought, especially since I'm not sure if I brought it up before, but I recently started bartending, and I bartend at one of their restaurants. Not going to say which one, but it's nice, to be able to, how do you say I'm a part of something that's, based in Indiana and has, Indiana products and stuff like that. And not only that, but I also enjoy it. So it's not only that I work for them, but they're making a product that I love as well. So we are going to well, first let's talk about this beer. Let's see what they have to say on their website regarding the beer. It's a red ale. The ABV 5.5% with an IBU, which is International Bitterness Units, of 15. So you're not going to get a lot of hops from this. Yeah, but that's it. Just Hoosier Red is a well-balanced everyday red ale, great with a meal or on its own. This beer is a tasty companion for any occasion. And I would agree. So let's get into it. I think let me show you actually the case. I'm going to take these beers out. So this is what the case looks like. It comes in a 4-pack. Kind of similar to that the pumpkin stout that I covered, the Be Nice, the Ivy's Be Nice pumpkin stout by Scarlet Lane Brewing. And this was I think it was like $9.99, so basically $10. Now I will say that I already had 2 of these, but they are, because I've had it on draft. I would say that, and I think most people would agree that the draft is better. It's fresher, but I'm gonna try to do my best not to let that get in the way of this review for you guys. So let's get into it. Got my and our glass that we're gonna use. I really like this goblet here, so we're just gonna reuse the Scarlet Lane goblet. We're different, at least until I can get a Quaff glass. Yeah, I mean, I have like a million glasses though, so I'm not really sure if I want to add another glass to my collection unless it's a Stein. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's get that in there. I'm gonna try to hold it up for you guys so you can see the pour. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not sure if you can see that, but at least from my angle, at least from the angle that I'm sitting at, it actually appears to be almost like to be very red. Not necessarily amber. I would say if you're familiar with like Yingling, I would say it's redder than that. Okay. But there is like it's red but with a slightly brownish hue to it. For some reason like black cherry wants to come to mind, but that's but that's not it. What does it also say on the bottle? I kind of want to know. Did I already mention that Quaff is based out of Nashville, Indiana, not to be confused with Nashville, Tennessee. This is Nashville, Indiana, and we have another 12-ounce bottle. I think that's most likely the industry standard. Yeah, so last time in my last video I talked about using a tasting sheet, a beer tasting sheet, and I think that we're going to use the same sheet as well for this video. Before I did not give credit to the website who this tasting sheet belongs to, but right here you can see it's by brewersfriend.com brewersfriend.com, and it pretty much just wraps everything up in a nutshell. You have the appearance, you have the taste, the smell, the aftertaste or the finish, you have the drinkability, and of course the total will come up to 100, around it to 100. But it doesn't have to round it to 100. Just like my last test, I thought I was gonna get 100, right? Because I've been drinking it, but I didn't actually like taste it. I didn't do like a whole taste test review, and it actually scored an 85 for myself. Which, if I pull this back up, you can actually see it right here. These are the points I scored for the for that other beer. 85 points total. So now that we've talked, actually, hold on. Let me, before we even get started, I'm going to copy and paste these so I don't have to write them down until I can figure out a way how to actually write on this PDF. I mean, I could probably do it like do Paint, but but I don't know. I'll figure something out. Whoop, there we go. There we go. Okay. So when we talk about, bring it up here, we're going to talk about the appearance here. I know like the lighting is kind of weird because I'm using natural light from the window. Mainly because when I was using my LED light that I have behind you guys for my computer, it was just making everything like super grainy. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. And you'll notice also from the Oktoberfest video that I was outside, but I decided to come inside today and do the video in the office, which I share with my fiance, mainly because it was a little cold outside, and I was like, you know what, it's a lot more comfortable inside, so I'll just do this video inside. Anyways, I digress. If we look at the color is very nice. Very nice color here. And I can't really say it looks like your typical red ale because I've only seen 2 red ales, so I only have one other red ale to compare it to. And even then, I wasn't necessarily tasting. This was like the first time I ever seen a red ale, which, disclaimer, I literally just discovered red ales like this year. Like I didn't even know that was a thing until I saw it on the menu where I was looking for a pumpkin ale, and it was on the menu, but when I went to go order it, they said they didn't have it. So I was like, oh, what's this Irish red ale? And absolutely fell in love with it. And so when I went to Big Woods for the first time and saw that they had a red ale on tap. I was really excited, tried it, same thing, loved it. So just to start off here, as far as the appearance, we're going to go with a 10. I mean, oh wow, I'm doing that thing again. I mean, it is still a little weird that if you saw when I poured it like from the bottle, like there wasn't really any head to it, which me personally, I'm not used to that. I'm used to beers having some sort of head, and yeah, there wasn't really any head to it. I mean, maybe it's because of the way I poured it. Maybe I needed to pour it at a much at a deeper angle. I think that's right, at a deeper angle, so that so that head would be created. But I would say for most beers that I've poured, you do the 45-degree angle and you're gonna get some head. Even with the pumpkin stout, we got head. But anyways, the smell. It's kind of weird though. I would say that there's not much aroma coming from this. I mean, I have to get really close to the glass just to get something. And I'm not getting much. Now keep in mind, this is bottled, not necessarily on draft. Okay, so I can't give a review for the draft. I can only give a review for the bottle. Yeah, that's tasty. And it's crazy though, because so I want to say for this, well, let's just go for the smell first. There really isn't any smell, so we'll have to. And also too, you'll probably notice that for the Oktoberfest video, I did like the little tiny sniff to the tasters. I probably should have done that, and maybe I'll continue doing that in further videos. Maybe I'll continue going forward. I'll probably just use the sniffers, the small glasses, to do the tastings. But if I can just pull this back up for the smell, I will say unfortunately I do have to give it. Oh, is it going to? Unfortunately, I do have to give it a. I have to give it a 0. Okay, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. When you smell the beer. Well, I guess I can't give it a 0 because if okay, so I have to, I guess, set some kind of guidelines as far as like what these mean. So we'll just say 0 means absolutely not. It's not good, right? If we give it full points will mean that, wow, this smells absolutely great. And we'll just go with the mid. It's not necessarily great, but it's not necessarily bad. So for that, it'll be 5. So the mid ground would be 5. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so for the smell, we're gonna do 5. Can I show that? Yeah. And as far as the taste, I was just about to say, with the taste, is that it almost like you pretty much are getting that subtle malt taste. And it's funny too, because so this beer is actually pretty refreshing, and not refreshing in the aspect that, oh man, it's carbonated. It's not like a carbonating beverage. That it's not that kind of refreshing. It's more refreshing, like, wow, you could probably down this. It's very smooth. You're still getting that light malt flavor. And yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily sweet. It's not necessarily bitter. It's somewhere right in the middle. The body is also very light. I probably already talked about the drinkability. We're just going to go ahead and give that a full 30, right? I literally just said you can drink a pint of that and you could probably drink just that all day because of how light it is. You know, so as far as the aftertaste isn't, or the finish, it's not necessarily a long one. Yeah, it's not a long aftertaste. It's pretty quick. I mean, I want to say it kind of like sits on your tongue a little bit. Yeah, it's not bad. We're going to go with a 20 on that one. We're going to go with the 20 on that one. I will say that when I drink this, I do want to take another bite. I'm not sure what I I got a little distracted there. As far as what I put for the taste, I think we're going to go for the full 30 on the taste there. Yeah, but as far as these go, I mean, it's not a very complicated beer. To me, it feels like a very simple beer. You know, as it says literally on the bottle, it's a very well balanced, everyday red ale, great with a meal or on its own. You know, what more is there to say about this? It's not necessarily anything special, but it's definitely a beer that I would have in my fridge. I would recommend it. You know, but as I also said too, I think the draft is a lot more tastier. I think it just has a lot more flavor. But the bottles are great too. I am 100% happy with my purchase. It's only $10 for 4. And yeah, that is the Hoosier Red. The Hoosier Red Ale by Quaff Brewing. Outside of, in Nashville, Indiana, which is in Brown County. So that's, I want to kind of say like South Indiana maybe, or North South, or South Central Indiana. They also have a distillery called Hard Truth. You know, so, and they make all kinds of stuff, but that's not what this video is about. Anyways, I enjoy drinking it. I think I'm going to drink the rest of this beer. If you enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, please support me by clicking the link below, which is buymeacoffee.com at Cloudless Media. Although the money that you donate to me will be used to buy more beers and review them. I have a membership as well, currently, which is about $5 a month, where if you get the membership, I will credit you by name in every video. And once a month, which I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, maybe it'll change, but at the moment, once a month, you get to choose one video, or one beer, you get to choose one beer that I review. All right, so of course, the more people who subscribe, or, then the more beers I'm able to review. But of course, I will eventually add other tiers, so you support me more beers you can recommend to me. And yeah. So anyways, you guys have a great day. This is Cloudless and Indy, and peace out.